Hello guys, welcome back to New Trip. Rio de Janeiro's setting between the mountains and the sea is so breathtaking that UNESCO noted the staggeringly gorgeous position for one of the world's major cities in declaring Rio a World Heritage Site. UNESCO praised the city's natural location as well as its urban cultural environment and the combination of architecture and planned open space that defined its evolution. Subscribe to the channel and let us discover the finest of the city with our list of the top Rio de Janeiro attractions. First, take the gondola up Sugarloaf Mountain. Sugarloaf Mountain is the enormous peak seen in almost every shot of Rio de Janeiro, and taking the gondola to the summit is one of the greatest Rio de Janeiro attractions. The gondola journey isn't cheap, costing $21 per person. But the sights along the way are beautiful and well worth the money, in our opinion. Once at the summit, you may take in the sights and possibly have a meal or drink. But be warned that the places at the top are incredibly pricey, so eat before you go if you're on a budget. Next, go sailing on a yacht. A sailboat trip is a pleasant way to explore the sights or a good way to unwind after a long day of touring Rio. On this 3-hour sailing experience, you'll get to see Christ the Redeemer and Sugarloaf from a different perspective, while sailing across Guanabara Bay and the open waters. Plus, while sipping your welcome drink and munching on nibbles, take in Rio's spectacular skyline. Moving to the next destination to explore Tijuca National Park. Tijuca National Park in Rio de Janeiro is a massive tropical rainforest in the city's center. It's so enormous that it's the world's largest urban forest. The park offers breathtaking views of the city below, as well as 30 various waterfalls and acres of lush jungle. It's difficult to believe when you're there, but this forest was created by humans. It was an important and successful 19th century conservation endeavor to recover a piece of the city's cleared land. Next, go hang gliding. Hang gliding is one of the most exhilarating and awe-inspiring activities to do in Rio de Janeiro. Hang gliding is an incredible experience everywhere, but Rio offers a one-of-a-kind experience with breathtaking vistas of mountains and beaches. Hang gliding takes place at Pedra Bonita, a peak 20 minutes from Ipanema. You must plan ahead of time for your flight. However, regardless of who you book with, all of the pilots are qualified by the Brazilian Hang Gliding Association, and everyone adheres to the same safety checks and restrictions, such as a pilot being limited to 4 flights per day. The 5th place is for hiker, the Pedra Da Gavea. This short 5 kilometers out and back climb, known as Rio's highest summit, is a difficult hike with spectacular views of the city. The track is entirely uphill, with the final stretch being a little risky and helped by the use of ropes. However, the effort is well worth it once you see the breathtaking vistas. The trail may be hiked on your own. However, we recommend taking a guided tour. This trip includes all transportation and safety equipment. You could take a bath in a waterfall if you wish to. It might make the challenges of the walk seem less daunting. Up next is the helicopter ride over Rio. Dare you to try one of the most thrilling ways to explore Rio? For adrenaline lovers, booking a helicopter trip is one of the coolest things to do in Rio. This 30-minute helicopter ride is one of the best alternatives in Rio. Rio 2 Fly, the business that conducts this excursion, will put you in good hands. They are a newer specialized firm that strictly adheres to all maintenance procedures recommended by aircraft manufacturers and the ANAC. Get the famous photo and Next, enjoy Samba at Pedra do Sal, Lapa, step aside. If you want to experience the authentic Rio de Janeiro street party atmosphere, go to Pedra do Sal. By day, Pedra do Sal is a historic and religious monument in the traditional neighborhood of Saud, but by night, it's a very another tale. Pedra do Sal offers a crazy night out where you can see the typical Samba act from a vantage point on some extremely slick stairs cut into the massive eponymous rock. After Samba, go through the meandering lanes crowded with people before returning to the main area to continue the Samba party. It's a must-see for anybody looking to see a more real side of Rio. Up next, celebrate Carnival. Brazil's Carnival is the biggest celebration in the world, and the finest location to celebrate it is, of course, Rio de Janeiro. Take to the streets of Rio de Janeiro for a week of mayhem. To say the least, the sheer number of people that gather to enjoy this incredible occasion will astound you. Carnival in Brazil lasts 6 days, beginning on a Tuesday and finishing on a Sunday. Carnival takes place at the end of February and lasts until early March each year. There are several ways to enjoy the Carnival celebrations when visiting Rio. The first option is to take to the streets and have bloco parties on the streets. These are basically street parades that you may participate in. Make sure to dress up as outrageously as possible for these gatherings. The second takes place at the Sambadrome. This isn't exactly a wild party, but it's still a lot of fun, and watching the professional Samba dancers, stunning costumes, and gigantic floats is a must-do. If you are a football fan, then a Brazilian soccer match is a must. Visiting Rio de Janeiro without seeing a game at Maracana Stadium is like traveling to Paris without seeing the Eiffel Tower. It's one of those must-do activities in Rio. Maracana Stadium was built in 1950 and is not only the most significant stadium in Rio, but also in Brazil. And there are many soccer stadiums in Brazil. Flamengo and Fluminense, the locals call them Fla and Flu, are Rio's two prominent soccer clubs, and witnessing a game between these two teams is considered a soccer fan's fantasy. The stadium shakes, fans on both sides shout songs of support for their teams, and the mood is just amazing. Well, this brings an end to our video, but we will come back with some new and interesting videos of traveling in the future. Till then, make sure that you like our video, and do share your views and opinions with us in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel New Trip to get travel videos from us regularly, and do not forget to hit the bell icon to never miss an update. Thanks for watching the video. We'll see you in the next one. Until then, travel safely.